Well, hello everybody. Time for my weekly update on my portfolio and the market in general. The jobs report, the U.S. jobs report just came in today, and it showed the unemployment just slightly down, which isn't too bad. However, they revised the figures for July, and it was quite a bit worse, hence why the market actually sold off pretty bad today. So that brings us to recession fears are basically back on the table. Things just don't look good when it comes to the economy. So it kind of changes a lot of things about how we go about investing right now. My portfolio for this week, US stocks down 2.42% and Canadian down 0.78%. Now I only have two Canadian stocks, so as far as my peak goes, I'm about 11% down from my peak from a couple of months ago. So kind of just in correction territory here. It's not like it's been a massive sell-off for my portfolio, but it's definitely correcting. The Tesla move that I made last week has paid off in some ways, but I'm kind of breaking even on the move that I made. Tesla had a pretty good improvement this week, and then it kind of fell apart in the last, today I guess it sold off quite a bit. And it kind of brought me back to pretty much being even with the moves that I made when I sold off half of my Tesla shares last week. And I put 80% into TMF and 10% into TNA and 10% into IJH. And TNA actually dropped 15.89% this week, and IJH dropped 4.42%. And the reason that they did that is because the recession fears are back on the table, and mid caps and small cap stocks will not do well in a recession. So I might have been a little premature in making that move, but TMF has done well this week. It was up 6.5%. So like I said, it kind of brought me up to even for that move that I made. As far as one other thing I wanted to mention was a few years ago, I took out margin on my property, like basically a line of credit against my property. And I was up as much as about 47% in that time, but it's now dropped back to 31.64%. But anybody that has equity in their property is in a position where they could possibly take out a line of credit, buy some stocks. Actually, I wouldn't probably suggest it right now, maybe more so when the interest rates come down. When I did it, the interest rate was only about 2.5% for me. So it paid to do it back then, but I'm still, even after paying the interest on the line of credit, of which I can write off my income tax, I'm still up quite a bit. So like I said, 31.64%. So it's certainly something to look at, especially when the market is doing well and the interest rates are low, right? That may be, a year or two before we get to that point again. But I'll just say that everybody should take a look at my updated portfolio. Really no leaps at all. None of my stocks leaped over and above any of the others. TMF, of course, made the biggest move, and it's my biggest position. So I feel like I'm still on the right track with getting into this triple leverage bond fund. It's doing really well for me, so I'm pretty happy about it. Like I said, it's up 6.5% for the week, and everything else is quite a bit down. So all my other positions. As far as anything else goes, I think I pretty much covered it. So again, check out my portfolio, my updated portfolio, and we will talk to you again next week. Thanks for watching.